Then on Sports Central, I'll be giving you guys 5 reasons why the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to upset Georgia and win the SEC championship game. And this has been one of the most dominant and consistent teams in the nation all season long. And today I'll be giving you guys 5 reasons why Alabama is going to break through and beat Georgia to become the SEC champions once again. So that said, we'll go ahead and get into it. These reasons will be in no particular order. Number 1 is going to be Bryce Young, quarterback, and he has been nothing short of outstanding in this 2021 season. First-year starter Bryce Young has exceeded all expectations, 3,900 yards, 40 touchdowns, 4 picks. I mean, his stats speak for themselves, and his completion rate is nearly 70%, which is just outstanding for any quarterback. And Bryce Young, he's got a very bright future. I mean, the way that he's been playing over the past few weeks and in this 2021 season in particular, it's been outstanding to see. And Bryce Young, once again, bright future for him. He is a big reason why this team is such a contender. I mean, this team is, if you look at how much they lost after the 2020 season, this team was kind of expected to be a more potentially miss the college football playoff just because of how inexperienced this team is this season. But Bryce Young has defied all odds, and he has played outstanding all season long. So he would be a major reason why, if Alabama were to win, how it would happen. Number 2 is going to be the offensive depth. Speaking about the offense, if you look at this offensive line, they've played outstanding all season long. The receiving core with Jamison Williams and John Mechie, both those receivers were 12 games into this 2021 season. There's still a couple games to go here for Alabama, and both them receivers have combined for nearly 2,300 yards and 20 touchdowns in this 2021 season. It's been a great season for them, and they're not the only talented receivers on this roster. You still got several receivers behind them, and even the rushing core, Brian Robinson, he has had a great season as the lead running back for this football team. And of course, if you look at this 2021 season, we've seen Trey Sanders. He's played a couple of games, and Roydell Williams. He got several running backs in the back of this core, and it's been outstanding to say the least. Once again, with Bryce Young in this offense, definitely one of the most high-powered offenses in the country, and they're a big reason why this Alabama team is such a contender right now. Moving on to number 3, once again, the receivers, as I just mentioned, with the offensive depth. Jamison Williams has had a great season, 13 touchdowns on him. John Mechie, 7 touchdowns on him, and both receivers are already over 1,000 yards, and Jamison Williams is approaching 1,300 yards on the season already. So receiving core has been outstanding for Alabama, and Bryce Young has had, a lot of great weapons to go to. And if you look at Bryce Young, his receivers are so reliable. His completion rate is 69% to be exact, which, with 40 touchdowns and 4 picks, this Alabama offense is definitely not something to overlook. Number 4 is going to be the experience on this Alabama football team, and I think it's safe to say, especially over the past decade, this team knows how to win football games. They got Nick Saban, and he's led this football team to so many national titles and college football playoff appearances. And so this team, they know how to get to the college football playoff, and they know how to win big games. Georgia's a very talented football team. They've got a tremendous amount of experience as well, but Georgia hasn't been to or won national championships like Alabama has. So that's something that the Crimson Tide definitely have going for them, is Alabama knows how to win big games. They have been to a lot of college football playoff semifinals, and they've won a couple of championships as well. And so Alabama, they know how to win, and that is going to be a huge factor in this game, is the experience on this Alabama roster defensively and offensively. And lastly, number 5, Nick Saban, head coach, one of the best head coaches of our time. The way that he's led this program to so much success over the past decade, it's been outstanding to say the least. And for Alabama, this team has won so many SEC championships as well. They know how to win the big games. And against Georgia, one of the most talented teams that I've seen in the past couple of decades. 2019 LSU was outstanding, but 2021 Georgia is not to be messed around with. And so, it's going to be a tough game for Alabama. I think they've got a chance. It's going to be a tough game for sure. Alabama definitely has a chance, but for Georgia here, that is a very talented defense and a very talented football team. And offensively, I think this Alabama team matches up very well to the Bulldogs. They're only allowing 7 points a game, the Bulldogs are. So, for Alabama, it's going to be tough going up against this defense. But I think offensively, with the amount of depth and talent that this team has, they do have a chance. They've got a chance to really keep this game close and potentially pull it out in the end. And with Bryce Young and Nick Saban here, I mean, anything is possible. But that being said, appreciate you guys all watching this. If you guys want to check out my prediction video on Alabama and Georgia, I will tag it in this video here. And I appreciate you guys all watching as always. Stay tuned for more from All Sports Central. I'll see you later.